What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, and today we've got Cosmic Crucible, not Ultimate 16, we got Season 16, Week 1, Round 1, going against Chief. I do believe there are some Alliance mates in chat cheering on Chief and praying for my downfall. He's got a pretty good defense as well. So room 1, he's got Black Knight, Strange, and 3-piece Illuminati. He's got Captain Britain and Hank at gear tier 20 as well. I'm curious to see how that went in the Professor X saga because I heard not great. Room number 2, full Vigilante. Room number 3, Dorm with Liberty. Room number 4, Superior 6. Room 5, Professor X, Mephisto, Null, Emma, and Gladiator. And then room number 6, Phoenix Force, Kahori, Pav, and Thanos. So let's see what we can do in room 6. I have heard room 6 is the buggiest thing ever, and like nothing is working correctly, which pretty much everybody predicted. So let's see what ends up happening here. Apparently the special, so let's just go over the whole room, shall we? Let me move my skull out of the way here. So apparently the city part of this is only working for city characters, not for everybody. The global part might or might not be working. That's up in the air. And then everybody has ultimate abilities at 2 more as well. So yeah, pretty much the entire room is not working. So very interesting. You love to see it. Another Scopely special here. So we're going to do Kang, Cabal, APOC. Just hoping we can survive long enough to be able to hopefully kill Kahori and maybe even Phoenix and be able to make it a little bit easier of a cleanup. Maybe it can one-shot, but obviously not having our abilities will definitely not be a fun time. But I will be stopping turn meter after Kahori does her thing. But apparently Kahori's not going to special here, even though that would technically help me. But apparently she's not going to special like she should be, which she's not. Which is hilarious because I just lost Namor immediately. Namor's just gone. So that's fun and exciting. Well, okie dokie then. Let's get a special over here. It ignores defense up, which is great. We do get a crit, so we get the speed up. Honestly, if I can kill Phoenix and maybe one more, that'd be great. Nope. Okie dokie then. Well, that's pretty funny. Huh. Well, okie dokie then. There goes the special. That's not good. You know what? We're gonna keep it, and I'm just gonna run a Kirsten here. I'm gonna change up the plan a little bit. So let's see here. We're gonna do a Kirsten here. I was gonna do a Kirsten room 1, but now I'm gonna have to do a Kirsten here to stop the turn meter, because now Kahori has her special, if I'm not mistaken. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. So let's do a Kirsten here. And yeah, get it going. So accursed, we'll have the full team here. I do have Hood at gear tier 20, so maybe he'll carry, who knows. But Kahori overpowered, just absolutely deleted 2 people is pretty much what happened there. So that was fun and exciting. Let's move you over yonder. All right, let's go. So we're going to stop the speed up, stop the speed stat, and the turn meter from the room as well. So stopping everything in here is pretty great. I should be able to still take out 1. Because I do have like Dormammu with Astral, so I should be able to pivot pretty well here. Let's see what happens here. All right, Pav's still going in first because he is very fast, obviously. And now I don't even know who to take out here, whether it's Kahori or Phoenix Force, but probably just going to be trying to take out Omega Red here as fast as I can. Let's see here. Let's top everybody off because we're about to get hit by a Phoenix Force ultimate pretty soon. Although, let's get the ability block out there. He resisted it. Okie dokie then. And Helverine doesn't have his ultimate. That's not good, believe it or not. Okay. That's not good. I'm about to eat a fat ultimate from Omega Red in a second here. Unless he's stunned and or blinded. What? Why did that just act like it missed Omega Red there? What just happened? Omega Red just like completely swallowed that turn whole. What was that? I'm confused. I have no idea what's happening. Somebody explain that one to me. I'm so confused. What just happened to me? Well, they're all under stealth, so that's great. Kind of wish I had Dokken right now. That would have been fun, but guess not. Phoenix probably going to kill most of my team here. Yep, she is. Figured that as much. I'm going to special here because this hits everybody. So let's special here, hit everybody, get a big heal, and then I might actually be able to rebound from this because Helverine's about to ult and do some pretty big damage and get an ability block out there and hit everybody. Okay, so that did some good stuff. We do have Kahori's almost dead. The good news is I should be able to kill Kahori with this. Nope, hopefully she bleeds out and takes a turn. Hey, Hood, can you not die to this? Thanks, buddy. Kahori, take a turn and bleed out. Awesome. I'll be able to clear this now. Awesome. All right, we're good. I can clear it. We're fine. We're all fine. All right, cool. And Thanos, I think, is below 50% health as well. If he's not, that's not good. Let's see. We should be able to New Warriors this, right? New Warriors probably won't work either, actually. Maybe we end up doing Liberty. I'm going to save that for the end, and I'll probably end up doing Liberty there. So let's do free-to-play Illuminati in room 4 here. And delete this one rather quickly. So, yeah, free-to-play Illuminati. This should work pretty well. We pretty much just ability block Green Goblin Classic right off rip because it takes the charges off, and then from there, it's pretty easy. I don't even know what room this is, honestly, or what this room does. So hopefully something that I'm trying doesn't get messed up by this. I can't even remember what room this is. I know it's room 4. I just don't know what the room rules are, actually. Oh, this is the Starjammers count as Annihilators. Right. That's fine. That doesn't affect anything. Oh, cool. That's good. All right. So Shuri lost the speed up, which is quite unfortunate. That's pretty bad, actually, because now Shuri's not going to be able to special to take the charges off of Green Goblin Classic and get the ability block, and now he's going to ult me. Nope, I'm still good. We're fine. We're good. No worries. We're fine. Okay, bye. All right, bye-bye. We're good. Okay, bye. All right. Let's, that wasn't a figment of my imagination. My wife's next to me, by the way. I'm not, like, going crazy. My wife's sitting next to me, I swear. She's like, ooh, he's gonna get committed. No, I'm not going crazy just yet. All right, cool, we're good. That worked out well. So we did have a little bit of RNG because Vulture did go first because I don't stop the turn meter without Captain Britain, and he took off the speed up on my Shuri, so Shuri didn't get to go first. So maybe just putting Shuri on the corner to make sure that gets mitigated as much as possible would be a good idea. All right, room number 3, we're gonna do something pretty interesting here. This was a suggestion from chat, so if it doesn't go right, we could just blame them now, can't we? All right, so we're going to do Tangled, all 3 Tangled as well, a rare occurrence where we're using all 3 Tangled web members. We're going to do Black Cat to stop the revives. Hopefully it happens. They do have block, which is pretty annoying. And then we're going to do Old Man Logan, and ideally Old Man Logan will just carry, is pretty much the thought here. So yeah, let's do that. I'm going to be, yeah, somebody's saying, why not just use Immortal? So Immortal is going to be used in room number 5. And Immortal also doesn't do well here because they wouldn't have the permanent kills from Storm because of the energy of this room. So the energy changes things just a little bit, obviously. So let's see what we got here. We did take off a good amount of the revives, surprisingly enough, so I'll take it. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's just work on Dormammu, I guess, because he's going to be probably the easiest to kill. We're getting some turn meter with the hits as well because Old Man Logan is assisting, so that's pretty nice. We love to see that. Now, Old Man Logan's going to go. I am going to stun probably Joaquin because he's the fastest, and then this should flip everything to slows, which is great, except for on Cap Sam, which is a little unfortunate. But what we can do here is maybe basic here and flip this. He blocked it again, which is unfortunate. So Cap Sam's probably going to go special, give some energy out there. 2099 just got deleted. The good news is I should be able to kill Dormammu with this, get a charge up as well. So I should be able to dodge some turns here. Let's go here, stun the Peggy so the pings aren't coming out or anything like that because we don't have charges right now. And then I'm going to get a control on you because you're about to take a turn. So now you're at 0 turn meter. So I didn't want to kill Patriot, and then he comes back and took a turn because then that would have been pretty unfortunate. So now I can kill Peggy as well because she has no turn meter. So now I'm going to ult and make sure she goes down. So even if she dies to this, she has no turn meter, so it wouldn't matter if she clears all the negative effects. I'm going to ult here, hit everybody. Now, when I come back, I don't have to worry about anything. I am going to get a stun over here. So this worked out pretty well. 2099 did die, but that's okay. That's a casualty of war, honestly. So let's special here, bounce around, probably kill almost everybody. Yep, that worked out great. And then let's bounce between the two here, do the most amount of damage. Awesome. Get the assist there, bleed out there. Awesome, that worked out great. That worked out amazing. All right, so that worked out. I will take it. Now we can do something different in room number 2. So room 2, we are going to do Superior 6 with Ares, actually. So let's do Sinister 6 here. So we've got you, and then Ares. So let's do that. Ares here now. Awesome. So what's going to happen here is I should get a big rewind on everybody relatively quickly. Ares also is going to stop the safeguard so I can get off that taunt, hopefully. Now, I know they do have a lot of block, but maybe I should run Vulture over someone. But I really do like having the Spider Slayer offense up, so maybe I don't. And then the Craven flips stuff too, so maybe not. But then Doc, do I drop Doc Ock here? That's a thought. Maybe I do drop Doc Ock so I can get Vulture. Nah, let's do it. We're fine. We're fine. We'll be good. All right, let's see what we got here. So we should get a big rewind. I know they're going to have blocks, so I might not be able to get off of all of the positive effects. But at least I'll get a good rewind, and then Craven can come in with a special, flip some things as well, and then Spider Slayer can also do the same. I'm also interested to see who they clone. Okay, so they cloned my Ares, which is pretty much what I expected. All right, let's hit the ult here. We're going to get a big hit. No dodges, obviously. We're still on the taunt on Green Goblin, which is a little unfortunate. We also have an interesting bug as well. So what's happening here is the Punisher that I cloned actually has the speed of the character who's in the center position here. So my Green Goblin has 128 speed, so that's why my Punisher is going faster right now, which is fascinating. So a little bit of a bug there, which is interesting, but yeah, that's how that's working. If you were wondering why things are working in the way they are, that would be why. So we're getting a big hit. We're still stuck on the Daredevil taunt, which is really unfortunate. Hopefully we're able to get through it here and not have to worry about it, but it does not look like that's going to be the case, unfortunately. And Silver Sable's ultimate is probably going to shred me apart. So I guess let's just ult here. And now they're going to take turns, and Overpowered is going to not have a good time with my face. All right, that did a lot less damage than I expected, so I'll take it. Green Goblin can take another turn. That would be kind of lovely. Probably not going to happen, though. Nope. Okay, we're going to retry that. We're going to retry that one. What could I do to mitigate that? Maybe I do Ultimus as well? Maybe I do Ultimus as well? That's a potential option. Let's do that. Let's do Ares. Do I have Ultimus? I can't even remember. Let's find out. I think I do. I do! All right, let's do Ultimus, Ares, and then Sinister 6. So let's go Green Goblin, Craven, and Slayer. And then maybe we do Mysterio here over Slayer. Daredevil Monitor is going to block everything. That's true. He probably will. So then let's do we have Dawkin available? Because the stealth would actually be really helpful. We do have Dawkin available. Let's do Dawkin because the extra hit because of the stealth would actually be very helpful. So let's put Green Goblin here because of the speed thing that's going on. And yeah, let's do that. I could use Lizard. Lizard's absolutely an option as well. But that's potentially an option as well, but I don't think so. So the issue is he's blocking everything. But maybe I'll have enough damage with the Dawkin getting more speed and being able to get an extra hit out there. Maybe that will end up helping. All right, special here. So we did take off a lot of stuff, which is great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We got a slow on Punisher as well. Cool. Let's get the ultimate here. We got the taunt off of Daredevil as well. So this is great. Now we've got the trauma and everything going out. So this is going much better. So let's get an ult on Sable. Make sure she is taking the most amount of damage. This does what? Controllers? Ability block controllers. So let's try. Is Hitmonkey a controller? I have no idea. Is he a controller? Who's the controller on this team? Let's just ability block Sable so she can't ult. Let's just do that. Maybe Sable's the controller. Well, it's not Hitmonkey, let me tell you. All right, let's do the special here. Nobody on Vigilante is a controller. Fascinating. I didn't know that. That's cool to know. All right, well, this is going much better. Let's go here and get a big hit on these three. I know Daredevil's going to heal him up a little bit, but there's not really anything I can do to stop that. But the good thing is the pings are going to hit very hard, which is great. And now what's happening now is awesome. Okay, we might be good. We're going to get a big fat rewind here. Okay, so we're good here. Awesome. Had to change it up just a little bit, but that worked out well, so I will take it. Let's make sure you're not doing anything and healing anybody. And then we'll probably delete Punisher with the Spider Slayer ultimate here. Or it's going to tickle because, you know, new stats, but... Nope, actually did a lot of damage. Almost killed him. And it did kill him. Cool. And then we stunned here. All right, cool. This worked out well. I'll take it. Nothing wrong with that. Had to change it up just a smidge because of RNG with Daredevil Modern. So nothing wrong with that. I will take it, though. I do have a lot on defense. I know a lot of people were commenting on my defense video being like, I don't know how you... What are you attacking with? And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much nothing. So if I could full clear, that's a win for me. Because I don't know how my opponent's going to be able to do trying to full clear. So it'll be interesting. All right, room 1, we were going to do a cursed here, but now I think we need to do something a little bit different because obviously we used a cursed in room 6. So let's do Dormammu and Astral here. And the thought here is they just survive long enough, and then we can potentially get some revives from Strange. We've got the revives from Dormammu, and we're able to just end up taking this room down. So let's see what ends up happening here. I will put Dormammu here since the special is going to hit Shadow King from Shuri. So let's see what ends up happening here. I could change people to Skirmisher, but I don't know if I want to do that, honestly, because I would have to change everybody to Skirmisher. That's not happening. Hit, fight, go. That's not happening. Well, that's not happening. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. We can do this. All right, so we just got to essentially survive. They're going to take a bunch of turns in a row. We just have to pretty much just weather the storm, and then we will end up coming back and hopefully killing everybody. We'll see what happens here. So lots of bleeds, obviously. We don't have Emma as well. Emma's on defense, so we don't have the Emma to clear a lot of this stuff as they're taking damage. They obviously have trauma as well, so it's not like it would matter anyway. But Dormammu's a goner, which is fine. We do have, again, we have the revives to be able to kind of come back from all of these hits, which is great. As long as Black Knight doesn't get any killing blows or anything like that, we will revive because he's the only one that permanent kills, which is great. Okay, dead. All right. Where are we going? Where are we going? Shadow King's dead now, which is kind of unfortunate, but I can revive him, so that's fine. All right, we got a kill there. Looks like Moondragon's going to be dead. That's fine. All right. I just need Strange to take a turn, and I'll be okay, but he might get stunned by Captain Britain here, which would not be great. He's probably going to get stunned by the special, unless he takes a turn right now, or blocks it. That's a potential. He did block it. Oh, he's immune because he has the possession. Right. Nope. All right, we didn't survive. That's unfortunate because that fight just stayed. All right, well, I thought I would end up being able to stay alive long enough there, but I guess not. The good news is I don't have to worry about Black Knight anymore, so I guess there's that. But I guess the overpowered from Hank and Captain Britain was kind of unfortunate there. I might have to end up doing Liberty here because they get speed up really fast. And I think that's going to be my best bet. So let's do Liberty here and do that. Where's Liberty? There you are. All right, Liberty will do pretty well. I've got 3 of them at overpowered as well. So we should be able to survive. We'll also get speed up really quickly as well because they're taking a turn. And I have death proofs to survive some things. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they absolutely outsped me, but they did more damage because of the overpowered. Like, Hank did way more damage. Captain Britain did way more damage. So, all right, we have the blocks, immunity, and stuff like that on spawn as well, so that's really nice. So a lot of this stuff won't really matter what they're doing in the beginning here, which is awesome. They are focusing down Captain America, though, and he's a goner, which is interesting. All right. War Machine's going to be dead, which is fine. He's useless anyway. All right, and now we can get some hits here. So let's go all in on Hank, I suppose. Now, I don't think Strange ever took a turn, so I do believe he has ultimate. No, he doesn't have his ultimate yet. Okay, cool. So I got 2 turns to contend with Hank, which is great. Or with Strange, which is great. So this does, what, an ability block or stun? Stun? Cool. Let's stun you. All right, let's do that. Cool, cool, cool. And then this should hit really hard with overpowered. This should do a lot of damage all around the board. And it does indeed, just as I expected. Strange is going to revive now because he just got energy from one of his allies dying. Which, not the biggest deal, actually. But we'll see. Okay, Shuri's back. Let's see. All right. Yeah, fortunately, they don't have the speed up now. So I'm just continuing to get lapped now. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I'm going to end up dying here. Yeah, that's okay. All right, let's go here. Maybe the striker attack will get a kill. Nope, didn't even tickle. All right, I have another idea. We could do Orcus with Mysterio and get a bunch of speed stat going. That could end up doing something. That's going to be my last option, honestly. So let's do Orcus with Mysterio, because then I'll get the speed stat from for Nimrod here. So let's see what we can do there. And that'll be the last attempt here. Unfortunately, big fat room here when I don't have good old Starjammers. So let's do you, and you. I probably drop Scientist Supreme because she's not doing her turn meter, so she's not very helpful. I'd rather have the heal from Omega Sentinel and then the taunt from Sentinel. So let's do that. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can actually clear this or not. Let's see. He does have Odin on offense, so he could end up clearing me. But I don't think it'll be very clean if he does. So let's see what happens. Or maybe he just messes up and is on the struggle bus just like your boy here. So let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, so we got a hit there. That's fine. It goes on the minion. Okay. Hank specialing, hitting Sentinel. Okay. And I really needed, like, Echo here. Holy moly. Because I really needed to stop these assists. Or, like, Quasar to stop the bleeds from going out as well. I know Hank would obviously clear it with his passive, but yikers. All right, well, let's see how this works. None of my Orcus is gear tier 20, so except for LDS, so maybe that's going to be problematic, but only one way to find out. That's what I'm saying, wife. All right, let's get the ult here. We'll get a big heal. Hopefully some damage as well. No heal on Sentinel, obviously, because he had heal block. Hopefully he's able to take a turn and get some minions up, because that would be helpful. But probably not. Okay. Yeah, all the assists. Maybe using Echo here would have been good. I forgot this is the assist room rule with all the skirmishers and stuff, so maybe I should have used Echo here for all the assists. Yeah, there goes Nimrod. That's my only damage, so I don't think I have anything else to take this out. Yeah, I'm going to end up having to back out of this just so I can keep Orcus, because I potentially am going to need Orcus to clean up 6. So no clear on 1. Oh, well, not a big deal. All right, let's see. So we still have 5 and 6, so let's see for 6. Maybe Orcus would work well, but I don't have the ult from Scientist Supreme because everybody has 2 extra turn meter stuffage. Maybe I use Nightcrawler here. Let's do like Nightcrawler, Quasar, You. And then let's do Lady Deathstrike. And then let's do Scientist Supreme for some heals. Sure, why not? So hopefully we can get a quick stun on Omega Red because he can be stunned when I don't have... when Phoenix isn't on the board. So I can at least stun him right away, which is good. Nightcrawler goes super fast, so hopefully that can work. Thanos is above 50% life, even though he was in the red, which is interesting. Or in the yellow. Flip all negative effects. No. Generation and immunity. No. Let's just basic here. All right. This is going to end up pushing him, which is unfortunate, but let's do it. This actually might do enough damage to kill Phoenix Force. Striker attack. Almost, actually. All right, let's get a stun here. This should mitigate Phoenix. All right, he's gone now. Awesome. And then we'll get a rewind here. And awesome, we were able to clear it. I'll take it. Cool, cool, cool. Quasar stood there, but he did give immunity, so I guess there's that. But yeah, he stood there. All right, that room got cleared. Now we just got a double sack and Immortal Room 5, and hopefully we can end up getting through it. I'm curious to see what I'm going to be able to do with the with my sacks here. Maybe I just go Mighty Avengers because they're relatively large. Yeah, let's go Mighty Avengers here. And then we'll just go with another big team. Maybe like Thunderbolt since they spawn with Safeguard and Defense up. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what ends up happening to be able to get through this. But yeah, let's see what abilities we can get past here. We obviously got the Mephisto. And then the special going out there. Yep, cool. And then the double hits are going to be coming out on everybody because of the trauma, because of the room rules and stuff. So, all right. Professor X did special, which is a perfect sack. So cool. As long as he's special, that's fine with me. Awesome. Now we need to come in with another team. Probably Thunderbolts because of that safeguard and the defense up. So at least they'll have a little bit more survivability. Is probably my best bet. And new stats, even though they're lower stars. But yeah, let's do Thunderbolts here. All right, let's do that. I don't think the placement's really going to matter, but just for posterity reasons, let's put Ghost next to Hyperion here. So let's see what ends up going down here, and then we're going to be coming back in with lovely Immortal X-Men for the cleanup. So let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. Mephisto's still going to go, obviously. And then he's going to delete me right away. Interesting. I don't get the defense up outside of raids. I thought that was outside of raids as well, but that's okay. Mephisto ulted. That's all that matters. We're obviously not going to let Professor X take a turn, so it's not like it matters if Professor X ults or not. Mephisto's going to get rewound into Oblivion as well, so I don't know if it really matters all that much. But let's see. So we got Immortal X-Men coming in here. We are going to be putting Trauma out there as well, so that will help my team in this room. Because we're going to be putting that Trauma out there immediately. So we should be getting the extra hit on whoever we are targeting, which is pretty nice. So that should be pretty helpful, except for Gladiator, because he still has the immunity, right? So let's see what ends up happening here. Let's see what we got here. All right, so Professor X, we're going to get a special on him immediately to get that stun. So he gets stunned, trauma'd, all that good stuff. And then now I'm going to start working on Null here because Null is going to be my biggest adversary since he cannot get slow, he cannot be rewound, or anything of the sort. So we want to make sure Null is getting hit by all of the assists because if not, we could definitely have some problems. The good thing is here, Beast is going to clear these stuns right away, and we're going to continue hitting into Null because, again, he gets speed stat from the darknesses going out there, so we want to make sure that is not the case here. We will bring everybody together because we don't have to worry about Professor X passive, which is great. And then now what we're going to do is we will special down the middle here. Make sure Mephisto is going down. He is awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get an ability block on Gladiator, I suppose, since Gladiator's going to be potentially ulting soon, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't want that to happen, so let's make sure that goes down correctly. And then this should give offense up, if I'm not mistaken. It does, so mitigates that offense down that Storm has. And then we should be able to Yeeto, Delito everybody. And it did work. Amazing. So no full clear. because we had to pivot a little bit because room 6 didn't work the way we thought it would. Kahori with overpowered, very good character, taking those 2 turns immediately. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see how Chief did. I'm sure he deleted me, so it's fine. I'm sure he did great. I'm sure he did great. He did do great. Look at him. He dropped, what, 6 fights, I think? So my defense did hold up pretty well. I'm curious to see what he did. So room 1, Night Stalker's Mirror. I did expect this. So I do feel like I could potentially put something else here because I did expect the Night Stalker's Mirror. If they didn't have Night Stalkers on offense, then they're definitely going to struggle here. Room number 2. We've got Kang, Cabal, Old Man Logan took this out. Actually did pretty well. Kind of surprised on that. Room number 3, we did Immortal into this. Just Omega was left up, and then Orcus for the cleanup. Room number 4 did the mirror matchup. Fine, fine, fine. Room number 5 tried Cabal into Vigilante. Did not work. Then he had to use Cursed into Vigilante, which I'm kind of shocked that worked. I'm pretty interested to see how they survived the Sable ult. But yeah, it's probably just barely survived. Maybe the Quasar there helped out a little bit too. And then room number 6 came in with Thunderbolt sack, then came in with a Mighty Avenger sack, and then came in with Shadow King, Invisible Woman, Gore, Odin, and Apocalypse. So did really, really well. So he dropped, what, 2 fights there, 3 total, 4 total. So 4 total. I dropped, what, 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I would have lost no matter what. So, oh well, that's okay. He did pretty great. I'm pretty proud of him. So that's pretty awesome. So we will adjust defense a little bit. I'll probably end up moving room 1 around and maybe end up putting Liberty in there instead so that it kind of pulls an Immortal X-Men no matter what. And we'll see what ends up happening. So hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this was a long one. Later, MSFers.